Listen, you keep beating yourself up because you looking at somebody else's highlight reel while you still learning where the camera button is. You on chapter 1, they on chapter 20, and you mad like y'all started on the same page. You don't know their rewrites, the pages they tore out, the nights they cried into the margins just to keep going. You just see the glossy cover and think that's the whole book. Stop it. You disrespect your own journey when you judge it against somebody else's finish line. Here's the truth: beginnings are messy. Your first reps are supposed to look awkward. Babies don't run, they wobble, they fall, they get up again, and we clap for M. But when it's us, we fall once and call it destiny. No. Wobble with pride. Fall forward. That's progress. God don't expect you to be perfect. He expects you to keep moving. The blessing ain't in the comparison, it's in the consistency. You want what they got. Cool. Are you willing to do what they did when nobody was watching? Will you show up when there's no applause, no likes, no promise except the one you made to yourself? That's where chapter 20 is written in private, one faithful page at a time. Your story ain't late, your story's loading. Turn the page. So here's what we're gonna do. Unfollow the envy. Study for inspiration, not intimidation. Clap for people without shrinking yourself. Then go write your page today. One call, one set, 1 hour, one paragraph. Stack enough honest pages, and you'll look up shocked at how far you've come. And when you finally hit chapter 20, remember the kid on chapter 1 and tell them the truth. I didn't skip chapters. I survived M. Now get back to your book and make it a bestseller. Your journey is unique, means stop trying to fit your life into somebody else's timeline like it's a pair of shoes you found on sale. You don't know their mileage. You don't know their blisters. You don't know how many nights they wanted to quit but didn't. You're over here mad at yourself because your day 30 don't look like their year 10. That's not fair to you, and it's not honest. God didn't copy-paste you from a template. He gave you a custom assignment with your fingerprints on it, and it will not unlock with somebody else's keys. When you compare, you lose sight of what makes you powerful, your mix of experiences, wounds, gifts, and grit. That's the recipe that cooks your future. You need to stop taking bites from other people's plates and start learning how to season your own. A unique journey means your pace is your pace. Some flowers bloom in spring, some in late summer, and some punch through concrete just to prove they can. The point ain't when you bloom, it's that you keep reaching for the light. I've seen folks delay their whole destiny waiting to catch up. Catch up to what? If you walk your road with discipline, you'll arrive right on time. The only thing that can really make you late is quitting. Don't do that. Get up, take a step, then another. When the steps are small, make them consistent. When they're big, make them careful. Either way, keep moving. Let me tell you what comparison does. It turns your blessings into background noise. You'll be standing in a room full of answered prayers and can't hear a thing because you're tuned in to somebody else's channel. Turn that dial back to your lane. Ask better questions. What did I learn this week that I didn't know last week? What can I do today that I couldn't do last month? Who am I become because I kept going? Those questions honor your journey. They feed confidence instead of starving it. Your journey being unique also means your obstacles are tailor-made to build you. If the mountain looks different than your friend's, good. That means the muscle you grow climbing it will be yours. Don't waste energy wishing for an easier hill. Focus on better boots. Invest in skills, mentors, and habits that suit your path. And guard your joy. You can't run your race if you're busy narrating someone else's highlight reel. Clap for them, sure. Then lace up and get back to work. When it's finally your season, it'll make sense. The detours will look like training, the delays like protection, the no's like directions to the right door. You won't need to apologize for being different, and you won't need to shrink to fit. You'll just walk in ready because you spent your time becoming instead of comparing. That's the win. Your journey is unique. Honor it, build it, and let the results speak for themselves. Progress over perfection is about understanding that greatness is not a one-day miracle. It's a day-by-day grind. Too many people quit early because they think if it's not flawless from the start, it's not worth doing. That's the biggest lie you could tell yourself. Nothing you see at the top started smooth. Even the people you admire most had messy drafts, shaky steps, and moments they wanted to hide from the world. But they didn't stop. They stayed in the game long enough for the rough edges to become part of the masterpiece. You've got to fall in love with the process, not just the picture you hope it creates. When you chase perfection, you're really chasing a finish line that keeps moving. No matter how far you go, you'll always see something else you wish you had, some detail you wish you could polish. That's a never-ending hunger that will eat your peace. Progress, on the other hand, is about measuring against yourself. It's looking back and saying, I'm better than I was yesterday. That's the kind of scoreboard that fuels you instead of draining you. Because let's be honest, no matter how good you get, there will always be somebody better in some way. But there will never be another you. Perfection is a trap. It makes you wait to start until you feel ready, and that day never comes. Progress says start now with what you have, where you are. If you're learning, you're winning. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you stack another brick in the foundation of your future. One day you'll look back and realize those small, imperfect bricks built a castle. The people waiting for perfect weather will still be standing on an empty lot. You've got to give yourself permission to make ugly first drafts, awkward first attempts, and clumsy first tries. That's where your strength is forged. Every stumble is a data point. Every failure is a free lesson, if you choose to take it. Don't be afraid of what it looks like now. Be afraid of never starting at all. And don't let the applause of others or the silence of the crowd decide if you keep going. Progress doesn't always look sexy from the outside, but it feels powerful on the inside. The truth is, the world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. People respect those who keep showing up. Your dream doesn't need you to be flawless. It needs you to be faithful. When you focus on progress over perfection, you stay free. You can move, pivot, learn, adjust, and grow without the weight of unrealistic expectations. And in the end, you'll be proud not because you reached some impossible standard, but because you never stopped moving forward. That's how real success is built, step by step, brick by brick, imperfect but unstoppable. Clap without shrinking means you can celebrate somebody else's win without making yourself small. Too many folks think praise is a pie. If you give a slice away, there's less left for you. That's a scarcity mindset, and it'll choke your blessing. When you see somebody on chapter 20, learn from clap for and keep writing your own pages. You ain't got to dim your light to applaud another star. The sky's got room for both. The truth is jealousy is just an admiration that forgot its manners. If you can turn that feeling into fuel, you'll move faster. Ask, what habits got them there? What can I practice today? Now you're using their shine as a study guide instead of a reason to sulk. Clapping without shrinking also means you stop apologizing for your own progress. Some people only like you when you're struggling because it makes their comfort feel safe. The minute you start winning, they get quiet or sarcastic. That ain't your choir. Don't sing for them. Be humble, yes, always. But humility ain't hiding. Humility is honesty. I work God blessed, and I'm grateful. If that bothers somebody, it's a mirror for them, not a muzzle for you. Keep going, keep building, keep showing up. You got to practice this in the small moments. When a friend gets the job you wanted, congratulate them fully. When a rival hits a milestone, send that message anyway. Not because you're performing, but because you're protecting your heart from bitterness. Bitterness is heavy, it slows your feet. Gratitude is light, it helps you run. And while you're at it, keep your eyes on your own lane. The fastest way to trip is to stare at somebody else's stride. Look ahead at your next step, then the next. That's how you build momentum that doesn't depend on anybody else's applause. Clapping without shrinking also means curating your circle. Find people who can celebrate you without keeping score. People who shout for you when you're up and sit with you when you're down. Be that person for them too. Iron sharpens iron, envy dulls both blades. If you can't clap for others, you're practicing, not clapping. And when your moment comes, your hands won't know what to do. Train your spirit to rejoice at progress wherever you see it. That keeps your heart clean and your mind creative. And here's the faith piece. God doesn't run out of favor. He's not saying, well, I gave it to them, so I got nothing left for you. No, blessings ain't a raffle. What he has for you is prepared with your name on it. So when somebody else eats, don't flip the table. Learn the recipe. Keep cooking your dish. Keep seasoning it with consistency, patience, and prayer. Your time will come, and when it does, you won't have to shrink either. You'll stand there grateful, generous, and ready to clap for the next person. That's grown folk success big enough to applaud others and strong enough to never dim your own light. Look, stop measuring your beginning by somebody else's middle. Your story got its own timing, its own tests, and its own trophies. Do the work when nobody's watching. Keep showing up even when it's messy. And celebrate others without making yourself small. Protect your pace, trust the process, and stay faithful to the page you're writing. Keep stacking honest days, and one day you'll look back and smile at how far those small steps took you. Now get up, keep turning them pages, and let the world meet the person you became because you refused to quit.